Café and Networking Podcast promotes successful business experts throughout the world. I'm Tom Reaoch, known as the King of Networking, connecting people from my podcast studio in Brazil. And today we talk with Natasha Bazilevych. Bazilevych, right? And she's joining us from the United States. Natasha Bazilevych is a speaker, public speaking expert, and she's founder and president of ChangeView Academy, where she trains entrepreneurs and corporate executives to give powerful presentations. She's also a podcast host at Speak with Power, and she was generous enough to invite me as a guest. So Natasha, how can we become confident speakers?
Thank you, Tom. Thank you for having me on your show, and thank you for asking this question. Well, first of all, I believe that all of us need to develop confidence. Let me start with this, and then I will share what we need to do to become confident speakers. But why do we even want to speak with confidence? Because if we, and first of all, confidence is a skill that we all need to develop and we can develop. Because sometimes people think that they have to be born confident. Well, first of all, that's a skill. You can develop it.
Right.
But then also, why do you want to be a confident speaker? It's because when you deliver a message with confidence, then people believe you, then your credibility goes up. Then people know that, okay, you are an expert in something, or what you are sharing with us, you know what you're talking about.
Right,
and then
right.
They will trust you, they'll trust your information, they will hear your call to action, then they will take that action. So you will achieve your goal, basically, whether that's to inspire, or maybe you're selling something, or you're just persuading someone. Always when there's more confidence, then there's more credibility.
More trust. That's true. I agree.
Exactly. Yes. And trust is what we want with people with the audience. And then how do we develop that confidence? Well, let me tell you, I was a very shy girl when I was little, and I had to develop that confidence because one time, that was a long time ago when I was a teenager, my best friend said to me, "When will you stop being so shy?" at one point.
Right.
And I came home and I started writing in my diary that I want to develop confidence. And being a nerd that I am, loving reading and stuff, I read a lot of different articles, and I created points. I still have that journal where I wrote down what I want to do to develop confidence. There are steps, and what I did was a lot of it was connected with our body. I can suggest to people who want to maybe watch a TED Talk by Amy Cuddy. It's about our body language. If I remember correctly, something. Well, I won't say it because I don't want to say it wrong, but Amy Cuddy body language, if you put that in the search, then you will find it, because we can use our body to actually rewire our brain. So it's not just that our state and our thinking and our emotions influence the way our body reacts, but also kind of like when we are happy, we smile. But it's the same that we can smile for some time, making ourselves happier and feel better.
I think that's the first step. If you smile, that opens up most conversations.
Yes, exactly.
And the body language, what you mentioned, is part of speaking. We speak with our body.
Yes, for sure. So to develop confidence, learn how you can use your body to do that. It's even the easiest thing, the way you stand. You can just train yourself to stand on 2 feet on the ground with your shoulders back, and pay attention to how you stand. And if you do it like that over and over and over, then you will be training your brain to know, I am confident. I have my feet on the ground, stable ground. I can feel it. And so that will be sending the signal to your brain that, yes, I am confident. And so there are different techniques, different ways of how we can do it. But I know body language has been super effective for me personally.
Well, when we look at what you do and how you do it in training people, both at the corporate level and maybe small business owners, people starting up, and many times when we think of public speaking, we put in our mind we're going to be standing on a stage looking out at thousands of people. And that is true. That's part of speaking, obviously. But what we see, and I've seen many times, our speaking are to smaller groups. For a startup, it could be speaking to 4 or 5 people wherever he can get 4 or 5 people to listen. It could be the venture capital presentation that he needs to be maybe speaking to one person, and he knows how to speak to one. So I think speaking to 1 to 20 or 20,000, is it all the same? No, there are differences, but as you said, you need to learn how to do it.
Exactly. I mean, if it's a job interview or you're going and asking for promotions, it's one-to-one, but it's still public speaking, and you've got to know how to exude that confidence and how to show that you know what you are talking about. And if you go to a job interview and they're asking you questions and you have confidence and passion in what you're saying, then they will get passionate and excited, and they would want to hire you because of that. So developing confidence in this kind of public speaking is as important as speaking to thousands and inspiring them. So it really depends on the situation where you are, and that will kind of influence of how you would want to develop that confidence and what you want to convey with your speaking. But it's still all the same. We need it in all kinds of public speaking.
And you, I guess, you teach one-on-one, or you can teach this to groups?
Yes. I coach one-on-one, but I enjoy probably teaching and training groups, small and big. Yes.
And really, everybody needs it. They may not think they do, but in today's world, corporate or otherwise, each video call today, FaceTime, you need to react, and you need to react with confidence, because that's your selling point.
Exactly. Yes. Oh, right now, a lot of people understand that they need public speaking. Actually, so I don't even have to convince people that they need it, because we see it's a part of our life. You've got to speak, and it's not even presenting. It's not even giving speeches necessarily to audiences or at meetings, because a lot of people need that. Right. But we all need to be able to communicate and to speak to even smaller groups, like you said, to one person or to 3 people, to 2 people, because even just in social environment, when you are talking to a group of friends, you want to be persuasive. You want to be able to speak with confidence when you're all deciding where to go on vacation together or what movie to watch. Still, it really helps people even believe in themselves more and feel this worth and significance when you know that you can say something with confidence and persuasion, and people will either follow or they will believe you, they will trust you, that there will be credibility. I think that that's always important. Public speaking is it's a part of life.
And I agree with you. And what you said, the more you feel well with yourself, others can see that. That shows.
Absolutely.
And to the point, it's not just the smile, it's the rest. And confidence is multifaceted. And credibility is multifaceted. So it's a package deal.
Exactly. Yes. It's the whole presence is what it is. When we hear these phrases, executive presence, we hear charisma, and we think that people need to be a certain way. People need to have this certain personality, or either that's domineering or that's loud and very energetic and passionate like this. No, not necessarily.
Right.
Charisma, it can be someone who is introverted and who is quiet and calm. But the way they deliver that message, there is confidence.
Right.
There is uniqueness. And that is what I believe and what I also teach. And even I'm working on this book right now. And that's what I want to help people understand, is that we're all unique. We all have different speaking styles, different speaking energies. Yes, we have different speaking energies. And we need to know how to deliver our messages with my unique personal speaking energy, my style. And I don't have to be like Tony. I'm more like Tony Robbins or Gary Vee. But if you're an introvert and quiet, calm personality, you don't have to be like that one. Maybe you're more like Churchill.
Yeah, but that's the engagement. We tend and we want to engage with a person. We don't want to engage with a company. It's a person.
No. You want to engage with a person, for sure. You want to engage with each person in the auditorium, in the audience, and you want to understand who they are. And that also is another thing that's very important when we talk about confidence, is that when you shift your focus from you to your audience, that changes so much. This is such a huge shift in mindset.
Right.
If I understand, okay, this is not about me. It's about my audience. I came there and I want to talk to them and I have a message to deliver.
And that's a deliverable, right?
Yes. And this is for them. Then I forget about my problems, my potential failures. If I could forget something, if my hair is wrong or something is different, but I focus on the audience, then I could get passionate and that will give me even more confidence.
Well, speaking of audience, how can our audience find you?
The audience can find me on my website. It's natashabazilevych.com. I'm sure you'll have the link so people don't have to remember. But also on all social media, I'm active everywhere and I love connecting with people.
Very good, Natasha. I want to thank you again for being part, okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
And continued success. And thank you again for having me on your show, okay? That was very generous on Speak with Power. Actually helped me speak with power.
Thank you, Tom. I think you speak with power already.
Well, we learn, but it's what you said. We need to learn.
Yes.
It's not something you just go out and buy. I went 3 pounds of speaking. No, you got to go out and you have to study. You have to follow.
Yes.
You have to benchmark and follow the experts like you are.
Yes, there's always room for improvement. That's for sure.
Very good. So for our audience, it's Natasha, Natasha, and the last name Bazilevych.
Yes.
And that is Bazilevych. And you'll find her at her website, which is natashabazilevych.com. Thanking all of our guests again for being here, and you can find more about her also on LinkedIn. Café Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. And more information at www.focusmi.com. Thanks for listening until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.